Hello everybody, this is Nathan and I am the Angry Husker, and draft day is just finished. And oh my goodness, did Randy Gregory fall off the face of the earth. Hello everyone, this is going to be my new background for now, I guess. I had to move my computer out of the now nursery. So you get my bedroom, basically. So anyway, Randy Gregory, let's talk about this for a minute, because Randy Gregory was supposed to go top 5 overall in this draft, but he dropped all the way to 60th, behind Amir Abdullah. Alright, everyone in their right mind thought that Randy Gregory was going to be the first Husker taken in this draft. But, man, I did not see this something. Who knew that smoking weed was such a big deal? I mean, I get it. The NFL has a prohibition against pot. I get it. It's the rules. I talked about this in one of my previous videos. But to drop a guy from top 5 all the way down to the 60th pick overall in the second round, man, there's got to be more. There's more to this than just weed. And I've been hearing around that some NFL execs don't think Randy Gregory has the mental capacity to handle the rigors of an NFL career. And you know what? I can kind of see that. You know, even during Randy Gregory's time at Nebraska, I never thought he was a world-changing athlete. He wasn't like Ndamukong Suh or Levante David, who their presence on the field changed games. He was a great talent, but I never got that Randy Gregory was a game changer. He would absorb blocks, yes, he would take double teams, but he never really had the kind of highlight reel that those two previous players I mentioned did. You know, Randy Gregory would very often take plays off. He would very often fall to the ground with injuries. I'm sure, you know, like sprained themselves or pulled a muscle. I don't know. But where other players with, I don't know, more mental toughness would get up and walk it off, Randy Gregory would lie on the field and make the trainers come out and help him, even though I doubt that he needed it. So that's probably what these NFL execs are seeing in him. They're seeing a guy that'll take plays off. They're seeing a guy who will overblow injuries. They're seeing a guy who will smoke weed prior to going to the NFL Combine, the biggest day of his career up to that point. When they see that, they see a guy that might not have the mental capacity to play in the NFL, and I hope they're wrong. Randy Gregory is certainly talented enough to play in the NFL. He's an incredibly talented player. But all these problems that I've mentioned before, and I thought all this while he was playing at Nebraska, this isn't something new to me. But all these problems that I mentioned, they take a toll on you. They wear out the trust that these NFL execs are willing to put in a player. And when it comes to the draft, there's a lot put into you. To take a guy top 5 or first round, there's a lot of investment that goes into you. And I feel like a lot of teams felt like Randy Gregory wasn't worth the investment. They looked at him and saw a bust. And a lot of that probably had to do with him smoking marijuana prior to the draft. I mean, really, that's a dummy test. Basically, a drug test at the Combine is a dummy test to weed out those too stupid to abstain from smoking pot for a month. That's just basically what it is. I'm not going to hold back to saying that. It's a dummy test. And if you get popped for drugs at the Combine, you're not the brightest bulb, alright? You're not the sharpest tool in the shed. Something has to change. Randy Gregory needs to change something. Alright, that's just the down and dirty. Now, Amir Abdullah going 54th overall, totally deserved it. Amir Abdullah wasn't projected to go very high in the draft, although of all the players at Nebraska, he's probably the biggest game changer. And I know running backs are undervalued these days in the NFL. It's a shame, but it's true. But Amir Abdullah was a game changer. He's by far my favorite player on last year's team, and in the year before as well. He's tough. He's dedicated. He's smart. That's the biggest difference between him and Randy Gregory getting popped for a drug test at the Combine. I mean, it shocked me that he would do something so dumb. But it didn't shock me that he would smoke weed. If Amir Abdullah had gotten caught smoking weed, I would have been shocked beyond belief. Because he does not strike me as the kind of person that would do something like that. And granted, I don't know Amir Abdullah. Obviously, I'm just a fan. But from everything I know about him, it would have been a huge shock if he'd been popped for drugs. Going 54th overall, amazing. Going to the Detroit Lions, it's too bad that he's not going to be playing with Ndamukong Suh this year. It would have been amazing to watch Amir Abdullah and Ndamukong Suh on the same team. That would have been great. But, you know what? I'm going to be rooting for him in the NFL. Him and Randy Gregory and Kenny Bell, who also got taken in the 5th round. I can't remember what team he went to. Let me look it up right here. To the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So he's going to be playing with Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston to Kenny Bell. I'll be watching that. I don't think Jameis Winston is going to have the greatest of NFL careers. He'll be a decent quarterback. I hope he does well. I hope all these guys go well. But Amir Abdullah to the Lions, Randy Gregory to the Cowboys. That's going to be a great fit, by the way. All right, the Dallas Cowboys need defensive players. They've got a decent defense, and it's getting better. They've got an amazing offensive line, and if they can build up that defensive line, that'd be a great fit for Randy Gregory. And you know what? If he does well, this second-round pick, it's not going to matter because he's going to make his money if he proves his worth. All right, that's it for me. I am the Angry Husker. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.